Hey everybody. How you doing, Lola? Let's go live on the interweb thingies. Mark Lawrence is here. It is alive. So how is everyone? Wonder if Chuck A will be here. He was at Vegas. Matt Boardman. All the people that were at Vegas. I want to hear from you guys. Yes, my Klingon Trekyards shirt. Nice. Well, actually, this is my Klingon Trekyards shirt. But thank you, Fleetpaw. So what's with this Prodigy news that came out of Vegas? It's just the first 4 minutes of season 2, episode 1. So that's pretty awesome. And this is where everybody's like, I thought they got canceled. They're not making anymore. Guess what? The season 2 was like done, filmed, done. They still got some post-production work to do on it, but there's you know, they had planned for 40 episodes for season 1 and season 2, and that's what they got done. So it was awesome to see some Prodigy stuff coming out of Vegas. I didn't expect that. And don't worry, tomorrow evening, tomorrow afternoon, at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be doing a live talking about that 4 minutes of footage and the cool stuff that's in there. All right. Olivia, yes, I convinced Stuart to go through live through hypnosis. You did, yes. So looking forward to next year. Yes, Mark, indeed, I am as well. Hopefully it's a good one. Hello, Hypno Amber. This is a wonderful surprise. Is it, though? Oh, by the way, guess what, guys? Tomorrow is me and Sylvia's 10-year wedding anniversary. We've been together probably 15, 16 years now at this point, but tomorrow's our 10-year wedding anniversary, so pretty awesome. Wayne Scott, hello. Dave Dunn, Lazy Panda. Ozzy, what do you think of the new Star Trek Prodigy Season 2 with Doctor? I think it looks great. You'll have to wait till tomorrow's live to hear what we really think about it. Fleetpaw says, I should clarify, I have that shirt. LOL, you have a shirt similar to this, but not this shirt. You don't have this shirt. Lazy Panda's dabbing for some reason. Clone of Jonathan, hi from storm-ravaged eastern U.S., home of power lines and trees cuddling. Wow. Yeah, I heard there were some storms. Mark, happy early anniversary. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Lieutenant Commander Raymond Anders, cool shirt. You need Lucille Ball on the shirt. Well, you could say that she's the redhead that's on the typical Trekyards pinup shirt, if you wanted to. We did make her a redhead, so. Fleetpaw, fuck yeah. Here's to 60 more anniversaries. Thank you, Fleetpaw. Geraldine Karstensen, damn, congrats, the way to go on the anniversary, thank you. Tim Cass, I have a great question. What do you think is the absolute useless, worthless starship ever? That's an interesting question. I don't know if it's the JJ Prize, the 2009 JJ Prize. It's even worse than Discovery. Olivia Julius throws in $2. Time to go back on the helicopter. Happy 10 year. Hey, that'd be cool. I don't know what we're doing. I think we might be doing like a wine tour and tasting in Niagara on the Lake. Spend a few days. I don't know what we're doing yet. No real plans have been made. Okay, stop. Go lay down. Come lay down. Hold on. Go lay down. Lay down. The Jaeger class. That was the first one that popped into my mind, but not so much that it's useless. It's just a piss poor, weirdly designed mashup of two ships that are the wrong scale to each other and shouldn't exist. So it's a little bit different than useless. Or that weird one from Disco that's just a saucer with the nacelles on top. Oh, the McGee class. That's fucking useless and shitty, yeah. It's an awful design. Fleet Pa, the Odyssey class. Bloated, too large, and easily taken over. She also killed Admiral Shelby. We don't know that. According to Terry Metalis, she is not dead. Hey, Raymond DeGray. Raymond Anders, happy 10th anniversary. 40 more, my friend. So you want 40 more. Fleet Pa wants 60 more. I'm kind of hoping for the 60. At least. Lazy Panda, the JJ Prize for sure. Worst ship ever. Fugly and Discovery. Ryan Linder, are you upset with all of the direction of New Trek, like the musical and how they use the 21st century language? It doesn't really bother me. It's the one thing that if I would tell them to change, I would definitely say that for sure. The musical, no, I thought the musical was fun. And a lot of people, I hate musicals and I'll never watch that. Too bad for you. I'm sorry about your closed-mindedness. It was fun. Yeah, a lot of people say they jumped the shark. I don't think they jumped the shark at all, but hey. So no, I thought the Lower Decks crossover with the animation stuff was great. I thought the musical was fun, and I really enjoyed watching it. So, you know, no problem there. Shay, Locomotive Productions. Oberth is useless. One torpedo and done. Well, to be fair, they didn't have their shields up. Alternative show beginnings. What's your favorite Star Trek fan film? The Avalon Universe stuff's pretty cool, but there's a lot about that annoys me. I'd have to say Samuel's work, and that's just not just because I work with the guy, but he really puts a lot of thought and focus into it all, so and tries to make it, make sense in his own canon, which is also tied to real canon. So I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite fan film necessarily. Go lay down. 70 many years. See, Ozzy's got it. Eric says 60. I won't be able to see it. Well, Eric. Trek Galaxy. Apologies. Most confounding. Okay. Raymond DeGray. Musical was a blast. Reminded me of some more of the silly episodes of TOS. Sure. All Trek has its silly episodes, so it's fine. Apologies, most confounding thing. Strange New Worlds musical. Fleet Pa Swift back $2. Mark safe from being harmed by a Trek musical. Yeah, exactly. I get a kick out of those. Trek Galaxy, that was my favorite song of the musical. Okay, gotcha. Sesha 314. Do you think Strange New Worlds would be better if it was not tied to canon, less hindered by its own? Well, it's not tied to canon. It's its own. Yeah, it's the Discoverse. It's pretty fucking obvious. So as much as they say it's Prime, it's not. So I like them trying to tie into. I like to refer to it as timeline adjacent, not necessarily an alternate skewed timeline, but one that's very close in its similarities. So it is its own timeline. Anybody that tries to tell you that it's Prime, they're drinking the Kool-Aid, man. That's cool. I mean, that's what they want it to be. They want it to be Prime. That's what the official people that make it are saying. So you have to take that for what it is and just understand that they're idiots and don't understand what Prime timeline actually means. So it's fine. It's fine. Shay Locomotive Productions. NX doesn't have shields and can take more than one torpedo. Sure. Colin Barrett, have we discussed the NCC 74656-A yet? You mean Voyager A? Not yet. We will be doing a video about that upcoming. Don't worry, guys. Kind of what we do here. Fleet Pa might want to throw an extra P in there, Raymond Anders. don't even know what he's referring to. Ryan Lindner. I like the musical, but I would not call it Trek. Is all. No, it's just it's a fun sidestep. It was still established in reality with the way they did it. It's not like it just started as a musical and just ended. It was just one episode that was a musical, like Xena has done or some other shows. There's an explanation for it, so yeah, you can enjoy it and not consider it part of the. That's fine. Matthew Lebner, good evening, Captain, and the Trekyards community. Happy Monday. Did you get a Chantecto? I don't know what that means. See the. Did I get a chance to see? Yes, of course I did. Matthew, we will be doing a live about that tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I thought it was great. Kind of hate that Robert Picardo lied to me last year at London Comic Con when I asked him, have they approached you about any new Trek, Prodigy, or anything? No, they haven't. I mean, like, he can't say, but he just lied straight to my face, and it's like, oh, man, because you know that he at least knew about it, if not had recorded the stuff already back then. Anyway, whatever. It's fine. It's good to see him. Tim Cass, hello, Jeff W. Tim Cass, my most worthless starship ever is the Chandley class from Fast Subversion of Star Trek role-playing game. I wouldn't say it's worthless. I mean, it's a troop transport, essentially, for Starfleet Marines, where they, it's for ground operations. It's got shuttle capacity and lots of barracks for Marines, so. Honestly, is Janeway back as captain to the new Voyager? Yes, they said that. Captain Corky, I don't know about everyone else, but now that I've seen a Klingon boy band, I can die happy. Hope all is well, Captain. It is well, thank you, Captain Corky. Yeah, and K-pop, Klingon pop. Chuck A. Hi, I just got home from STLV. It went well. That's good. Hope you sold a bunch of stuff, Chuck. I was just talking to Matt before I came on live here, and he said that he had a chance to meet you and that you're a very nice gentleman. So I wish I could have met you. Next year, I plan on going to STLV. So if anybody, mark it in your calendars now, get your rooms, do what you need to do. But yeah, next year, the plan is to go. So I hope to be there next year. Dave Dunn. I'm not a fan of musicals, but the last episode was done right. To realize the musical acumen of the cast was great. Yes. Ryan Lindner. Did Kirk know that he had a son at the time in the timeline, or was that a retcon? Oh, he knew he had a son. Because in Star Trek 2, he says, is that David? So he knew he had a son. And then he says, when he talks to Carol, he says, I did what you wanted. I stayed away. So yeah, he knew he had a son. Absolutely. And it's probably after David was born that she's like, could you just not come and visit him, please? So yeah, he knew. It's not a retcon. Fleet Pilot. I mean, I think the Strange New Worlds Enterprise has a canon, maybe two. Or did you mean canon? Yes. Canon went in. Trek Galaxy. Strange New Worlds is the best thing on streaming besides Captain Fall on Netflix. I saw that. Like a little trailer for that when I was scrolling through Netflix yesterday. Hypno Amber, about Prodigy, I have some thoughts. First is I love Voyager, but I want a live action reunion. Maybe that will happen on Legacy if it happens. Jeff W., I see the Prime timeline as the 5 original series and first 10 movies. Everything else is extended universe. Yep. Super Kyle, when is Cybot going to show up? Not this season. The next episode is going to be about Captain Patel getting killed and the Gorn. Yeah, I'm calling it now. She gets killed. Klingon rapping, really funny. Trek Galaxy, the musical episode had to be one of the best Star Trek episodes ever. And yes, it's official Trek. I agree. Kyle Swinderman, I felt bad for Spock in the musical, but I have a feeling they'll make up for it in the finale. Thank you for spelling finale right. A lot of people spell it finally, and it drives me nuts. That's how you spell finale. Good job, Kyle. Thank you. Mateo says, man, oh man, I've been singing so many show tunes a la Trek. I wish I was in Vegas. Moonlight SV3, do you think the NX class could take on an Oberth class and win? Probably. Probably. The Oberth class is a science vessel, so it's not heavily armed. It is more advanced weaponry than the NX, though, so... But the NX, you know, we did see it take a pounding multiple times, and once it got shields, it would be a lot tougher, so... yeah, I think it might have a chance. Probably more maneuverable than an Oberth as well. Maybe he had to keep under wrap. Matt Boardman is here. Oh my God, Matt Boardman. How you doing, sir? When can we expect Trekyards the musical? Ooh. If anybody writes it, I'll attempt to do it. I love the EMH. There you go, LOL. Rapping Klingons good. Klingons putting the K in K-pop. Well, you haven't heard K-pop until you've heard it in the original Klingon. Sesha314, if they reboot TOS after Strange New Worlds, how can they do a Spock McCoy banter for the 21st century when it is disrespectful and racist? Well, they're not gonna reboot TOS because that's the stupidest fucking thing you could do. Fleet Paw, fuck, I can't sing. Matt Boardman, you're on your own. Hypno Amber, well, I can make the show costumes for that with all of the rhinestones. Pasties for everyone. Cody Michaels, is Star Trek the only franchise to show a good possibilities of AI with the EMH? No, I don't think. Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I'd have to do a deep dive and research that. AI is usually presented as being, you know, dystopian and bad and evil and wants to kill all the humans. So it's a good question. Matt Boardman, that's why we have auto-tune. Raven DeGray, how's the Camaro? Still waiting for your update. No pressure, just love your car. It's fine. I mean, if you follow me on Facebook, you'll probably see a post that I posted a few days, well, last week. Just that I haven't been feeling like myself lately. It's just my clinical depression. It's back in full force and has been for about a month. I've been very snippy with people. I've been irritable. I haven't driven my Camaro. I haven't done things that I take pleasure in. So the day after I posted that, I made a point of taking the Camaro out, and it was awesome to drive it again. It's just been sitting in the driveway. I just didn't feel like driving it, but I made myself do it, and it is very well. There's no updates per se. It still needs a paint job. It still needs a new instrument cluster. It still needs a lot of things. I did upgrade the audio system last year or the year before. It was last year. Like $3,500 for a new audio system and, you know, Bluetooth setup, and we got a nice bass box in the back of it now, so fucking crank that bass up and it just pumps. So that's like the only update as far as that goes. I do still need to do some body work on it. Like I said, it does absolutely need a paint job and new instrument cluster, new headliner. It's always a work in progress. Fleet Paw, I might make a video, Raven, I might make a video on the Captain Foley personal channel about it at some point soon. I've just got so many other things that I have for the Captain Foley personal channel that I kind of want to get out. But it might be a bonus video or something, we'll see. Fleet Paw Swiftback, auto-tune, make me sound like T-Pain. Chuck A, yes, it went well. Matt is awesome. Thank you, Stuart. Matt's okay, you know. We can talk about him because he's not here. He's all right. He's not awesome. I'm just kidding. Matt is here, and I love him. He's awesome. So I wish I could have met him, but no, I didn't go to Vegas this year. And watch this. Plan to go to Vegas next year. I'll go, and he won't be there. That's just how it's going to go. Lieutenant Commander Raymond Anders just got back from Oklahoma Comic-Con this weekend, and Leah Thompson. Ooh, you brought Leah Thompson back with you? Ooh, you dog, you. No child support needed in the 23rd century. Exactly. Jason Paris, was the Enterprise crew getting hit by the musical virus? No, it wasn't a virus. Matt Boardman. Oh, just saying hi there. Yes, hi, Cap. It's Paul. It's always the Gorn. Way too much Gorn. And the wrong kind of Gorn. So, Fleet Paw. Not quite Jason Paris, a subspace anomaly. Jeff W., what do you think of the Gorn conflict starting at the end of the season, like the start of the Dominion War at the end of DS9 Season 5? Well, it actually started at the beginning of the season, and they've referenced it like 2 or 3 times during the course of the season. Very small things, like in the one episode where Biobed 2 was down after the incident with the Gorn at blah, 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 blah. It's like, so the Gorn thing has been going on. It's not full scale. I don't think that they're planning for like a full-blown Gorn war for season 3 or anything, but I could be wrong. As long as they explain why the Gorn are absolute shit and don't look anything like the Gorn, I'll be happy. So put it that way. Raymond Anders, next month Arkansas Comic-Con with Kirk and Riker and Wednesday. Ooh. Colin Barrett, one of the great mysteries of TNG. What admiral thought it was a good idea to send an Oberth to Wolf 3 or 259? I don't know where Wolf 259 is. They sent every ship that was available, and just because it's a science vessel doesn't mean it can't tangle a little bit. It's still got phasers. It's still got photons. At least I think it has photons. You check our video on that, but it's still a ship of the line, and the ships of the line, they have weapons. So. Ozzy, is the Superior Commander feeling better? I don't know why you call him Superior Commander, but the Commander is not really feeling better, actually. So, Kyle Swinderman, no, don't tell me that Marie is going to die. Just my prediction. Paul Graham, hell, I'm watching you right now again. Love the episode. I'm watching that right now again. Love that episode. Which episode, Paul? Trek Galaxy, Voyager had much better writing than DS9. In spots, sure. Oh, he's watching the musical. Okay. Trek Galaxy. We live in a world where Star Trek TOS is considered taboo. We live in a world. No, we don't. It's not taboo at all. It's only taboo if you don't talk about it and don't stand up for the fact that Strange New Worlds should look exactly like TOS. If you let the young folks forget, that'll be bad. Andromeda had good AI, yes. David Dunn throws in $5. Thank you so much, David. Fleet Pod, Trek Galaxy, disagree wholly. DS9 had superior writing. It was episodic, but had an arc. Voyager was mainly episodic. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's where Trek thrives, is in that episodic format. So, Trek Galaxy, would you get a medical marijuana card for your depression? No, because marijuana makes me extremely paranoid. We've talked about this many times. And I don't need a medical marijuana license or card because I live in Canada. I can just go to the 4 pot shops that are within 10 minutes of my house and buy weed. Sylvia smokes weed for her pain on a daily basis, pretty much. So I can't smoke it, though. It makes me super paranoid, makes me think I'm the worst person that ever existed. Trust me, THC is not good for me. Paul Hitchcock, have you downloaded a copy of We Have Engaged the Borg? I have not. Shea Locomotive Productions. Trek also had bad AI in Voyager with the Android episode. Jason Paris, bring back Sequest. Dave Dunn, it's not much, but for something for you and your wife to celebrate. What's not much? What? Paul Graham, the AI in The Expanse is just ambiguous and not in your face. It's just there silently doing its job. Matt Borman said, yeah, I'm right there with you. Fleet Pod, DS9 was much better written. Jeff W., Sequest turns 30 in September. Kyle Swinderman, $5. Sorry you haven't felt well, man. Had no idea you deal with that. Stay strong, man. We're all here for you. Yeah, I was diagnosed with clinical depression like when I was like 19, 20. I've been dealing with it ever since. I've been on many medications over the years, and I also suffer from anxiety. I haven't been on any medication for probably 6 years now, maybe more. But I've tried like Zoloft, I've tried Cymbalta, was it Cymbalta? Anyway, whatever. Tried a bunch of different medications. I'm treatment resistant though. After a couple months, my body just gets used to it, and they don't work anymore. So it's one of those things. I've been much better as of like the last 2 years, year and a half. But yeah, this last month has just been kicking my ass. I'm kind of slowly coming out of it though, I think, because after I made the post, and then I forced myself to take the Camaro for a cruise, for like a 2-hour cruise one night. And then today I forced myself to go do some yard work I've been putting off all summer, cutting some wood with a chainsaw and stuff. I'm trying to pull myself out of it. So, but thank you, Kyle. By the way, guys, you want to see the Trekyards shirt that Fleet Paw was talking about? It's on the thumbnail, but there's the Klingon pinup lady with the Trekyards Delta, and then Trekyards in Klingon. If you want it, it's available at Teespring and TeePublic. Actually, I think it's only Teespring. This one's not on TeePublic. Go click the links down below and check it out. Jason Paris, what's your favorite season of Sequest? Don't know. Haven't watched it in so long. I could not even tell you. Probably season 1 would be my guess. Trek Galaxy. Janeway was much better character than Sisko. Voyager was more about the sci-fi. DS9 had some great action shots, but the scripts were not as strong as Voyager. Rewatching now. I do disagree with that. Trek Galaxy, I think DS9 was very well crafted and very well woven together as a entire piece. Voyager, of course, did a fantastic job with its episodic storytelling, though, so it's kind of like comparing apples and oranges a little bit. I love them both. So, Mateo, my mom drove me to school in a 76 Camaro every day. Heavy doors. Oh, they are heavy doors, yeah. And right now I need the hinge pins and stuff replaced in mine, because when you open the driver's door, it kind of sags a little bit, because it's just been years. Like the bushings in the hinge need to be replaced. So yeah, they are heavy doors. Ozzy, they did voices of Scotty in Discovery, also with McCoy voices, only if remembered, in 2 seasons ago. They never did McCoy's voice in Strange New Worlds. I don't know what you mean by that, Ozzy, but yes, Scotty was at the last episode of season 1. Yeah, Dave Dunn, don't feel bad about only giving $5. Any amount is awesome. Thank you for your super chat. Yeah, like $1, $2. Anything you guys can support super chat wise, I really appreciate. It all helps out. So, Paul Graham, Cap, let me know if you want me to camera operate the Camaro. Camaro has 2 A's. There's no E in Camaro. If you want to be the cameraman for the Camaro show, well, we'll see. Thank you, Paul. Speaking of, you've never come over. You've never wanted to hang out again. Bastard. Matt Boardman. I think the correct way to phrase that is, in my opinion. Yeah. Alternative show beginnings. Painted my 1975 Firebird red and called it Phoenix. Ooh. Paul Graham. Exactly the wrong kind of Gorn. Fleet Paw says, Trek Galaxy, I still disagree, sir or madam. Janeway was a superb, strong character. Sisko was written to have a redemption arc. He started a broken man and ended a great man. And then went to the store for some cigarettes and some milk and never came home and left his pregnant wife alone. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's how the character kind of ended, and that's sad. Because Avery Brooks didn't want that for the character. He was proud of that he was a single dad raising his son, and being not being an absent father, being a present father. And then they end it by doing that. Pretty shitty. Trek Galaxy. I know people get defensive, but DS9 is very dated. Battlestar is much better. Voyager was standalone sci-fi. Episodes were great. I still like DS9 though. DS9 is in no way dated. So I totally disagree with you, Trek Galaxy. Raven DeGray, I would really like to see the video for the Camaro, but first and foremost, take care of yourself and your mental health. You are a genuine person who I would like to share a beer with one day. Ooh. I was down for beer and chicken wings. That's the way to go. Matthew Lebner, thank you for the new wallpapers this month. I'm using the Enterprise one as a watch face. You mean for July? You can thank Matt Boardman for those. But yeah, we have ones coming up for sometime in August as well. Don't worry. Fleetpaw, Leela, Jadzia, Esri. Hell, throw Kira in there too. All very sexy and attractive. Yeah. Matt Boardman, you've not met Nana or Terry Farrell or Chase Masterson. Trek Galaxy, one thing about Strange New Worlds and Discovery is that the rooms are so huge and big. In real spaceships or submarines, the space is very compact. Yes. Dax, Kira, and Lita are sexy as fuck. Colin Barrett says, I love my weed, but have to give it up soon. My lungs are at the point where they can't take too much more without consequences. Then eat gummies. THC gummies. They actually affect you a little bit better. So, Matt Boardman, I just found out about STLV. I just found out about at STLV, and I'm so excited to read it. About what? Trek Galaxy, you can't compare Terry 709. She is on one level. I never found Nana attractive after seeing Deanna Troy. Ugh. Someone's wrong with that. I'm just going to move on. Bacasta, I'm reading The Edge of Midnight, and it's so good. Bloomberg, Colin Wiley Nelson, and Bob Dylan smoked their whole life and sang their whole life. Their lungs are doing fine. Terry Farrell, I read, is doing a whole special section, a retrospective for the DS9 documentary. Wargod 6, been watching Jag, saw you on, thought I'd beam aboard. Well, thank you, Wargod 6. I'm glad I'm more interesting than Jag. Ooh, even shared the link for that shit. Thank you, Paul. The link for that shit is there. I think he means shirt, but... Aaron Waldke is here. I like the episode of Sequest when they find the underwater annex of the Library of Alexandria. Yes. Aaron, good to see you, my friend. I wish I could have made it to Vegas and saw you. Hopefully you'll be going next year as well, because I will be going next year, Aaron. So good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Matthew Lebner, thanks for the website address. Fleetpaw, ordering my shirt now. Ooh. And then Paul's like, the link for that shirt. Yes. Raymond Anders says, yes, Oberth class had 2 phaser banks and 1 torpedo bay. Thank you. Terrence Childs, apology for Maryland. I'm so sorry this way the Baltimore Orioles beat the Toronto. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about the Toronto Blue Jays. I don't care about sports. Doesn't matter to me either way. Don't give a shit. Go Sports Ball. Hi, Aaron Waltke. That's 4 minutes of Prodigy was awesome. Oh, yes. Aaron, if you can join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be talking about that 4 minutes of Prodigy from Season 2. So, great stream, Trekyards. Thank you, Trek Galaxy. Eric Martin, $5. My 3rd attempt at a super chat. And ta-da, it worked. I'll heart it. Boom. Aaron Waldke throws in $5. Trekyards forever. Thank you so much, Aaron. That is amazing as well. And that video you sent, Aaron, we're going to be releasing it. We want to keep the word out about Prodigy. So now we're going to be talking about it this week. So, Paul Graham, oh my God, I so want to come over again, but the business degree thing is kicking my ass. But this term's over in a week, and I'll have a couple of weeks. I'll come over then. Yeah, because I won't have new Trek to worry about as well, so I might have more free time. Matthew Lebner, do you think we'll see a fully formed Gorn on the season finale of Strange New Worlds? I have hope that it will be more realistic than the attempt on Enterprise version. I prefer the Enterprise version to the ones that got on Strange New Worlds, I can tell you that. And I have no problem with the Enterprise version, actually. Actually, the Gorns that I like best are, well, obviously from Arena, TOS, but also the 2009 Star Trek game. There's Gorns on the Enterprise, and they look cool. It's a cool design. So, yes. Just do the Gorn properly, guys. Aaron Wolke, I love both Voyager and DS9. Different dishes in the banquet of Trek. Perfect. Paul Graham, and we can swap your hinge pins. You know how to swap hinge pins for a Camaro? I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but I don't have the hinge pins. I'd have to order some. And yeah, it would be helpful though. The passenger door is not bad. It's a little bit bad, but the driver's door is a fucking nightmare. It needs them done. All right, Americanus Rex, TNG DS9 Voyager equal Trek Gold. Gold Press Platinum. Fleet Pal, I love your thinking, Aaron Waltke. And bring turkey sausage and spicy cheese. Oh, yes. Colin Barrett, I find DS9 is best if you watch Emissary, then jump to the Search parts 1 and 2 and watch to the end. Then go back and watch the rest of season 2, 1 and 2, if minded to do so. Yeah, season 1 and 2 are a little rough for me. I do like to tell people to start in season 3 and then go back and watch those. I hate telling people to watch things out of order, but honestly, if you're not a Trek fan, sitting through season 1 and 2 could be a little rough. So, THC Skittles are good too. Jeff W., so does it feel like season 2 of Stranger Worlds has been a bit more silly season than normal? No. Considering they only have 10 episodes and one was a Lower Decks and one was a musical, I mean, sure, yes. Percentagely, yes, absolutely. Americanus Rex, Enterprise F is greater than Enterprise G, LOL. Greetings, Captain Foley. Pleasure to see you this evening. Glory to Starfleet from North Dakota. Nice to see you as well. Chase Williams, Matt Boardman, what up? Fleet Pa, I already gave my opinion on the Enterprise F, so yeah. Paul Graham, I have one of these pinup shirts. Thank you, Cap. And it is comfortable and seems like it's good quality. Did you get you got the classic standard Trekyards pinup though one, I think. Hypno Amber, other thought about Prodigy is that I love they will have a new Voyager, but the Protostar is my favorite ship. So where is it at? Well, it says it's still under construction, and we saw it in the last season. It was on in basically a hangar in San Francisco. I have a feeling Voyager is going to be, Aaron's here, so I have a feeling Voyager is going to be the main focus of at least the first 5 to 10 episodes, and then something's going to happen to Voyager, and it's going to be the Protostar that's going to have to come in and save the day. Who's going to be commanding the Protostar? That's another issue. I don't know, but it'd be cool to see the Protostar because, yes, the Protostar is friggin' fantastic. Matthew Lebner, if you're going to Las Vegas next year for the convention, will you be doing something at the convention or going as a guest? I will be there. Hopefully, it may be an opportunity to meet. I won't be a guest. I don't think they want me as a guest necessarily. But yeah, it's great going to a convention. So many people like want to talk to us. It's great. I feel like a celebrity almost when I'm there, even though I know I'm not. I'm just an average guy with a webcam that talks about Star Trek. But yeah, won't be going as a guest, I don't think. I don't know. I can maybe see if I can get on a panel or something. They should do a panel about Trek or Trek YouTubers and invite some like have Sean Ferrick there. We love Trek culture. Have Trek Galaxy. Have Captain Robert April. He's not here tonight, but have some Trek YouTubers do a panel. That might be kind of cool. Raven DeGray, going to try for YouTube membership this month. Can't swing the council this time, but I'll throw something in. Well, you don't have to swing the council. The council's pretty chunky per month, so anything you can do would be appreciated. Speaking of, guys, we have 50 people here, 48 likes. Hit that like button. Let's try to get up to 50. We need 2 more likes. Eric Martin keeps retracting messages because I guess he doesn't want to talk to me. That's fine. Fleet Pa says, I'm sorry, the Strange New Worlds Gorn looked like the Geico Gecko after a 3-week bender smoking meth and shooting heroin and mating with a xenomorph. Looks like Aaron Waltke's gone. He hasn't commented on anything I've said. But at least he stopped by. And he even super chatted, which is awesome. We love Aaron. Hypno Amber, the only Gorn I want is the guy in a really bad rubber suit. Jeff W, too bad you can't find a way to 3D print some of those parts. Some of what parts? Raymond Anders, love to see Leah Thompson in Strange New Worlds as Captain. That'd be cool. Aaron Waltke is here still. Yes, was hoping to see you at STLV. Believe it or not, it was my first time, and wow, was I missing out. I may come every year now, so hope to see you at this next one and finally share that whiskey. Yes, sir. Yes, please go next year. I plan to go next year. And yeah, I've been to 2 of the Star Trek Vegases now. One in 2013, when Sylvia and I got married, before Trekyards even existed, before it was a twinkle in anybody's eye. And then 2019. And yeah, it was better when creation was licensed. It was better. But I tell people, if you can go to one Trek convention a year, go to Vegas, because it's an event. Jeff Sturm. Hello, Captain. Hello, Jeff. Colin Barrett. I do really like what I've seen of Voyager A so far. Me too. I would like to get better views of it, though. Just saying. We're going to be going into it, talking about it, and the views they give you are kind of... I want to see it. I would live in Orthos. I don't know who out there has the power to send in Orthos, or I'm just kidding. But honestly, I want to see the full ship. They did say a class name. I've only watched it twice, that 4-minute clip. I'll watch it again tomorrow because we're going to be filming about the Voyager 8 tomorrow morning, and that'll be out later this week sometime. So, and like I said, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow is our live, talking about the 4-minute Prodigy Season 2 footage, which was amazing. I love seeing Robert Picardo back as the Doctor. I interviewed him last year at London Comic-Con, asked him on stage in front of the entire crowd, so, any chance you'll be on like Star Trek Prodigy or Strange New Worlds or, anything? Nope, they haven't asked me. Liar. He lied to my face. I know it's kind of his job, but anyway. And we've been saying for a while we'd like to see the Doctor come back, so that's awesome. Americanus. Fleet Paw, it's like going from a Chevrolet Impala to a Chevrolet Nova. It's just not the same. LOL. Still disappointing that... Still disappointed that Strange New Worlds is an alternative timeline and not the Prime. I'm not. They say it's Prime, so you can believe it's Prime. They say it's Prime, so you can believe that. I choose not to because it's clearly not, but that's neither here nor there. Fleet Paw, I got told I couldn't wear my Klingon pin-up shirt at work on casual Fridays anymore. Too risque for what we do. It's covered by its high-vis safety vest, so they can't see anything. Idiots. It's not too risque. Our Trekyards pin-ups are all classy. Trust me, I've got Trekyards pin-ups that are not safe for work, but we don't have them on shirts. I'm just saying. All right. Kyle Swinderman. Wasn't the Protostar still around, just in some time travel stuff? That was thought that was applied at the end of the season, and the original one was still around, just in the past. Well, no, because it exploded. And when it exploded, it pushed like all this temporal energy and created this wormhole. So, I mean, theoretically, it could still be around, but it exploded. Maybe it is still around in season 2. Not destroyed, and Janeway's still on board, and Hollow Janeway's not dead. That'd be a twist. Americanus says, still they have to reconcile the appearance of that Enterprise in Picard season 1 when he visits Starfleet Command. I just want continuity, not alternate timelines for pineapple shots. That was just a fucking mistake. They should not have had the Strange New Worlds Enterprise there. It should have been the TOS one. Yeah. David Dunn says, my thoughts on the Voyager A. Maybe a Pathfinder class? No, it's not. It's not a Pathfinder class. Watch our video on it. Mark Lawrence, $2. We do need a meetup next year at STLV. Yeah, we'll do a Trekyards meetup if you guys want. Find a nice place somewhere near the Rio, or even in the Rio, and just have a arranged Trekyards meetup. I think that'd be cool. I think we got enough people out there that know who Trekyards is that we could do that. Could have done it in 2019. We were up at the Voodoo Lounge one night hanging out with Rod Roddenberry and all those guys. It was freaking great. But we'll see. We'll plan something. We have a year to plan it. We'll work something out. Aaron Walke also made like $50 at the craps table, so that was cool. Awesome. Fleetpaw, did you see who's coming to Ticonderoga later in August? I did not. E.R. Mixon's Craziest Theories. Favorite song from last episode of Strange New Worlds. The first one was Spock. I don't know what it's called. I don't know the song titles, but the first one. Mark, I think they should do some event in Bloomington where Janeway's statue is just an hour away from me. That'd be cool. Paul Graham, I'm going to keep studying for a microeconomics test on monopolistic competition. I'll just be listening in for a while. Well, good luck on your studying, Paul. E.R. Mixon's Craziest Theories. Rule 1, the doctor lies. Yeah, well, you kind of had to. Aaron Waltke, believe me, more angles are coming of the Lamar class. There you go. That was just, it's sitting in space dock. Wish I could have shown the whole episode. Me too. So, Aaron, our email is trekyards@hotmail.com. I mean, send what you want. We won't tell nobody. Just saying. Aaron's like, you're going to get me in trouble. Be quiet. Mark Lawrence, maybe they didn't ask Robert Picardo. Perhaps it was in order. Ah, perfect. He exaggerated. Chase A. Williams, Cap, we are trying to get a Nashville convention going. When we get more info, I'll send it to you. Cool. That'd be awesome. Thank you, Chase. I would definitely love to go. I'd love to be a guest at one. I would love to be like a VIP guest. I was asked for one in Toronto. They were starting I forget what they called it. They were planning it in 2019 to be in the summer of 2020. I was supposed to be a special guest. I had a nice room booked for me. They were going to, have me at the VIP dinner with the meet and greet with the actors and stuff as well. And, and pay for my room and everything. And then COVID happened and the convention never happened. And I don't know. It was the first year that they were going to be trying to do this convention, make it a yearly thing. And it just fell right through. And I haven't heard anything about it since. So, Neil Hammersmith. Seems like Prodigy is going to similar to Picard, and we might get a Voyager reunion through Prodigy. Yeah, but I'd still like to see a live action reunion. Aaron Welke, yeah, Robert was super tight-lipped. He's like an undercover spy. It was very hard for me to keep it secret too. Oh, I understand that, Aaron. Yeah, but I was interviewing him on stage, and I asked about New Trek, and he's convincing. He's a good guy. I like Robert Picardo. And this London Comic Con here in London, Ontario is September 17th this year. And we still don't know who our Trek guest is going to be. But no matter who it is, I will be the MC. I will be presenting their panel on stage. So if you guys want to see me or whoever the Trek guest is, I'll let you guys know once I know. Come to London Comic Con. We should get Aaron Walke. Aaron Walke. I'm friends with the people that run London Comic Con. They're looking for guests all the time. Would you be willing to come to London, Ontario, Canada to a convention, then you can come over to my house and have that whiskey here. If you're interested, not for this year necessarily, but like next year or the year after, whatever. If it's something you'd be interested in, let me know and I'll let them know, because they're always asking me. I'd love to get Doug Drexler, but he only flies first class, and so Aaron, if you're interested, let me know. That'd be kind of cool to have a Trek writer there. Oregon 6, Trek Central has a video about Voyager A, but I don't know if he's a friend or not, so I won't share it in a link. If he's a friend, then one of the mods can look it up and share. Trek Central, yeah, they're all right, but we need to get our video up first before we start sharing other people's videos. Chase Williams, The Strange New Worlds season finally looks to be good. Chase, I think you mean finale. I talked about this earlier. Finally is finally. That is not finale. Finale is Finale. I'm sorry. I'm a bit of a grammar Nazi. Finale, not finally. So I'll read it exactly like you put it. The Strange New Worlds season finally looks to be good. Yeah, it's finally looking good. I'm sorry. That just irritates me so much. Samuel spells it finally all the time, even after I correct him. But that's how we spell it in England. No, it's not. It's really not. That's finally. It's a totally different word and a totally different meaning. Sorry, Chase. I'm not attacking you. Just Eric Martin, USS Curry has my vote for the ugliest ship. Yeah. Leave the Curry alone, Eric. That's my favorite. Matthew Lebner, my first convention was in the 80s at the Manhattan Hotel. I purchased a phaser, communicator, and tricorder in a travel case. I still have them. Have all run on battery. Nice. Chase Williams, hey Matt Boardman, we need to get a gang together to hit Vegas next year. The Rat Pack. The Tribble Pack. Jeff Sturm, member for 22 months at the rank of Ensign. In theory, everything works, so Protostar forever. Americanus Rex. Holy crap. I mean, that works for me because I thought Strange New Worlds is supposed to be prime timeline, but I've been reading things where folks say Pike didn't get disabled and crippled, apparently. He's on his way to that. He's well aware of it. It hasn't happened yet. It's another couple, 4 or 5 years away from where they are now. They're trying to line it up with Canon. They really are. They're doing a pretty good job of it, too, so. E.R. Mixon's craziest theories, they don't really need to reconcile the Enterprise appearance. You have a ship that was in service for like 20 years. They weren't required to pick Kirk's time period. Alternate timeline stuff is perfectly acceptable, but my take is you've got to have continuity for sake of rewarding people for sticking with Trek stories and characters. Okay. Matt Boardman. At Aaron Waltke, can't wait. What we saw in the teaser was fantastic. Lee Dark Guardian, is Subspace Rhapsody all canon? Well, no, it's Strange New Worlds canon. It's not prime timeline canon, but they did, yeah, it is canon within its own continuity, for sure. Raven DeGray, any plans to grab Baldur's Gate 3 for PS5? No, I have no plans for that. Americanus Rex, Mixon fair. I've never hung up over the Enterprise's elasticity throughout the ages, but what I've been told from people who've had a chance to watch said Pike diverged. No, that's not at all the case, Americanus. Lee Dark Guardian. Seems like Subspace Rhapsody was meant to be a Christmas episode. Okay. Aaron Waltke. I'm from Bloomington. My grandpa was an engineer and inventor at Indiana University's psychology department. I learned how to write screenplays by studying Jerry Ryan's annotated Trek scripts. Wow. She donated to the university library. That's so cool. Season 1 finale explored Pike not getting crippled, pretty much destroying the future. No, it didn't. He's still destined to become crippled. Has nobody paid attention to Strange New Worlds? Anyway, Fleet Paw says, so Frakes, Spiner, and Delancey are coming to Ticonderoga in August, so when are we going? LOL. Meh. Mark says, so apparently Robert Beltran made everyone nervous because he wanted to talk about his character and everything which was apparently not allowed due to the strikes. Well, I'd want to talk about it too. You only get so many times on a stage like that to talk about something exciting you're doing. I understand his pain, and I don't understand the strikes, so I don't know. I heard a lot of uproar about it, and I don't know what to think. He didn't lie. He was, yeah. Aaron Waldke, I love Canada. If they can fly me out, I am 100% interested. I will let them know, Aaron, and I will, I'll let them know. That's good to know. I talk to the show organizers all the time. They're good friends of mine. I'm important at London Comic Con. So, yeah, I will let them know that and get back to you. Thank you, Aaron. I would love to have you here. Just come and visit. That'd be awesome. Matt Boardman, that sounds like an amazing education on those scripts. Hey, we should get Matt Boardman here as a guest for London Comic Con. He's done some stuff. Anyway, just tuned in. Voyager A sneak peek, looking good in my opinion. Captain Robert April, I was talking about you earlier, sir. If the update on the concordance was still a thing, I'd throw my name in the hat. I'd throw my name in the hat for a con appearance. Checked out one of your videos last night or the night before, Robert April, about what the hell are you going on about? Why can't I remember? Anyway, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Man from Planet X. Jeffrey Morris is doing a documentary on the Space 1999 Eagle, maybe a Trekyards guest. Maybe. I'm not really a huge Space 1999 or Eagle fan, but... Aaron Welke. Okay, gotta go wrangle the baby. Good chatting, everyone. See you later, Aaron. Thank you so much. Mark. I didn't know that. That's awesome. I'm pretty much between Bloomington and Evansville. Americanus Rex, Enterprise, Gulf, Voyager, Alpha Bravo, Defiant, something. Which generation of ship is which? LOL. Love the fact that the 709 is captain of the Enterprise, but maybe nostalgia should have been the Voyager. Neil Hammersmith, is the Voyager A-class named after Hedy Lamarr? At the beginning of World War II, she and avant-garde composer George Athanel developed a radio guidance system for Allied torpedoes. Possibly. E.R. Mixon's craziest theories, ugliest ship is the Enterprise NX-01, and then ducks. I'm not going to disagree. I'm not a huge fan of the design personally, but... Terrence Childs, Otaken was great. I got a sword and new shirt. Nice. Fleetpaw, I will find you, and I will beat you, Eric Martin. Or have Stuart put his face really close to the camera to freak you out. Well, Fleetpaw, fun fact, Eric is coming to visit... Excuse me. While I burp. Eric is coming to visit me this Friday after our live on the finale of Strange New Worlds. He's coming by. We're going to have some beers. He's not going to drink any because reasons. But I'm going to have some beer. We're going to barbecue up some hot dogs or something, and then we're going to have a campfire. So he's going to be here at my house, Fleetpaw. So if you want me to do anything, I won't do the eye close to the camera. I will just get him while he's here. So talk to me offline. Let me know what you want me to do. And maybe I can pour curry all over his head when he's not looking. Sorry. Americanus Rex says the NX-01 is already really a preferred the sort of TMP interpretation that came out of Star Trek Online. I just feel that we never got to see it grow into a more familiar Starship with secondary hull. That would have been season 5. They were planning on doing that, so. Captain Robert April. Akiva Goldsman wouldn't know the canonical timeline if it walked up and did a warp core breach on his leg. Yeah. Yeah, Robert April, your video was talking about Gene Roddenberry and how he changed his mind and said things and then said the exact opposite. It was talking about Strange New Worlds canon or something. It was a great video. I really enjoyed watching it. So everybody go subscribe to Captain Robert April, please. Fleetpaw throws a heavy object at E.R. Mixon's craziest theories. But what about E.R. Mixon himself? Don't just throw it at his theories. Matthew Lebner, Strange New Worlds has to be similar but different timeline. They already changed history with Khan stating that the history is the same, but years later, the universe has a way of correcting itself. Matthew Lebner, we should all enjoy it for what it is, not to be handcuffed by time. Canon is there for a reason. Canon is super important. Americana says, damn, LOL, escalation. I just hate that Doug Drexler's baby never got the love she deserved. She's an attractive, stout starship like a muscle car. We just need to take a break from the temporal mechanics. Captain Robert April says, animated shows are exempt from the strike rules. Beltran did nothing wrong. That's true. And, oh, that's what it was about. You were talking about is the animated series Canon, I believe. Yes, that's what Captain Robert April's video was about that I watched, that I really enjoyed. So go subscribe to his channel and watch it. He makes some excellent points in it. Jeff Sturm, have a good night to all my Trekyards friends. Thanks for doing the live tonight, Captain Foley. I have to go now. Have a good night. See you later, Jeff. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to do a live, but here I am. Red Headliner, are you familiar with the Starfleet Corps of Engineers book series? I just picked up the first few on a really good deal. I was curious if you have read them. I haven't read them. I am aware of them, and I have some of them, but I haven't read them. And Paul, which link do you have handy? Message me and tell me what link you're asking to post or not. Fleetpaw, I would be a guest, but I'm nobody. LOL, just the person who airlocks assholes for you. It's very important. Oh, Paul, yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and share it. It's worth a watch. Fleetpaw. Oh, I just read that one. Never mind. Robert April. My last video was on TSB and Canon. Probably that one. Yes, the Lamar class is named after Howdy. Yeah, it was that. That's the video. Paul Graham just shared a link to your video there, Captain Robert April. So if you guys are interested in finding out Robert April's take on whether the animated series is canon, go watch it. It is very good. It's a very good video. I really enjoyed a lot of what you were saying. So go check it out. Americanus says, Roddenberry never wanted the animated series for one reason or another to be canon. Of that, I remember from Trek lore in the 90s, but honestly, it couldn't bother me if it was at this point. Well, it is. It's been canonized a few times now over the last couple of years. I always consider it canon anyway. My head canon is my canon, and that's the canon that everybody should be exposed to. However, everybody has their own head canon, but mine is correct, so it's fine. Raven DeGray, I'm heading out. Great chatting. I hope to catch tomorrow's show before my Baldur's Gate game at 6. If not, I'll catch it later on. Fair enough. Fleetpaw, just throw his ass in the fire for me. Okay. Chase Williams, you should get Matt Boardman. Who's he? Clone of Jonathan, forced to watch this on my iPad due to power outage, so you won't bother me this time. Okay. Americanus Rex said, Kirk also said the NCC 1701 was the Earth's first ship with the warp drive, which we know was not the case. Was that from Cochran and his peanuts? So contradictions. That's not a contradiction. Not what the way it was stated. Oh, that deserves a whole video. You're absolutely wrong, Americana Rex, but that's okay. Sean says, as far as divergences as a fan theory, I'd accept regeneration from Enterprise as a good divergence point for Strange New Worlds to go with the Mirror Universe Defiant being from the Prime timeline. There you go. Robert April says, so far the only verified instance of Roddenberry actually disavowing the animated series was at Equicon 74. Hey, the year I was born. The year it was canceled, so he was undoubtedly sore about it. Go watch his video. There's the link. Paul Graham shared it there. E.R. Mixon's Craziest Theory says it's Doctor Who's rules anyway. Time is just one big wibbly wobbly timey-wimey stuff. Yeah. Robert April, thank you for commenting. I'll just send it over to your video because it was really good. E.R. Mixon's Craziest Theories. Did you read the Lower Decks comics? I did not. No. Terrence Childs. Next Generation episodes are better. They really know how to make a speech for Picard. Lieutenant Commander Raymond Andrews says, I would go, but if anyone has a 1/10, you would go where? Scooby Doofus. Hiya, Trekworks. Long time watcher, first time interaction. We're not Trekworks, we are Trekyards. Trekworks is Boyd. What the hell is his first name? Or is that his first name? His name is Boyd. Trekworks is a guy named Boyd who makes Star Trek models, and he does a fantastic job of it. That's Trekworks. We are Trekyards. But welcome. Matthew Lebner, I agree. Canon is important. What I was trying to say was enjoy the show even when they play with Canon. Canon only has one N, for the record. Americana says tracking. I'm just saying that I think with the animated series, it never was meant to be taken seriously and do the cult following than Roddenberry wanted. It was meant to be taken seriously. It had the same writers and same actors as it was Star Trek back on TV, telling the stories that were supposed to be told and were planned for like the season 4 on television. It was 100% supposed to be taken seriously. To say it was never meant to be taken seriously is not at all true. Americana says I 100% agree with Foley and my fellow trackers and track. He's here. You got to have continuity, otherwise we're appreciating and taking advantage. Star Trek Legacy, pun intended. Captain Robert April, he knows this stuff. The only mention of the first ship equipped with warp drive was in the animated series Time Trap in reference to the Bonaventure by Scotty. Yep. Red Headliner, have you heard anything recent on the Eaglemoss bankruptcy? Haven't heard anything in a while on it. Liquidations of any remaining future of license, etc. Seriously? Yes, Master Replicas has been every Friday releasing all of the Eaglemoss stock that they bought. Yeah, they've been doing it for like 2 months now. They've sold ships that Eaglemoss never got a chance to sell. They developed them, they made them, and they never got a chance to sell them. So yes, Master Replicas is selling all of the Eaglemoss stuff. Scooby Doofus, dope, thanks. Just a simple mistake. Yeah, no problem. Starch Wreck, Trekyards turbolift shafts are Doctor Who rules. Thank God they stopped showing those on the Enterprise after short treks, right? Yeah, those were stupid. Terrence Childs, Boyd Compton, that's his name. Trekworks is Boyd Compton. He's a model maker and he does fantastic work. And when we first started watching or started recording Trekyards, like me and Sam doing Trekyards 9 years ago almost, I was watching a lot of Trekworks at the time, watching Boyd Compton's model builds, and I kept saying, hello, welcome to Trekworks. And Sam would be like, no, it's Trekyards. I'm like, oh yeah. Because I'd be watching a lot of Boyd's videos at the time. So, there you go. Who out there thinks that The Rock will make a guest appearance on any episode of Picard? Nobody, because Picard's done. Sean Boxer, 1N, so is it canon? There's only 1N in the middle is what I meant. 2 N's. Smart ass. Thanks for calling that out, Sean. You're right, though. Neil Hammersmith, keeping things canon is important because it honors the writers of yesteryears and their hard work in creating a product that has gotten us here today. With Strange New Worlds, I am all for canon adjacent. Yes, absolutely. 2 N's, not 3. Neil Hammersmith, now if writers today change a tiny crumb of actual canon, I can look past that. A tiny crumb, sure. Yeah, it's been happening since TNG. The odd thing, but come on. Yeah, Boyd is great. I've been binging you guys both. That's the confusion, because like I said, even I was confused by that. Red headliner, excuse me while I beam out of the live and over to Master Replica's site then. Yeah, go for it. You can subscribe to their newsletter and they'll send you, like, they have flash sales and stuff. Lieutenant Commander Raymond Anders says, talk to you later, my friend. Night. Good night, sir. Robert April, The Rock has already done Star Trek. He did it on Voyager, yes. And Starch Wreck. Respect. K-On. You fools. Hey. That's better than 2 N's in the middle of it. So, K-On is the new word for canon. I like it. Canon in his importance, but details are... Okay. Chase Williams, attention, brave crew of Trekyards. Trekyards is one word, no capital Y. Hit the like button and share. It helps out the captain out. C.A. Williams, Admiral Commanding. All hail K-On. Oh, God, what have I started? Sean? You bastard. I knew, my brain knew what it meant. My mouth didn't follow suit. Mixon, you're hurting my brain. Americana says, really do admire the writers of the original series on Roddenberry because they had to deal with the uncertainty that they never knew when the last episode will be filmed until it was. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, it's better than Canoe. Chase Williams, hail to this K-On. He who finds the car and gets us the job, K-On. Brain? What is brain? Robert April, let's just be thankful this isn't a drinking stream yet. Neil Hammersmith, K-On sounds like one of those evil computers we see locked away in lower decks with peanut hamper. Yeah. These days, you're lucky to get a show past 12 episodes. Consider it a success. Scooby Doofus, I don't suppose there's a chance you saw my ship, the Hornet. It's a massive faux pas to post a link here. Is it a massive? Well, you can't. You physically can't post a link. Only moderators can. The Hornet, I've seen a few ships named Hornet, so I don't know which one is yours specifically. So, K-On, sounds Swedish. Absolute, mon ami. You guys are all crazy, and I love you. I love doing these lives because I love hanging out with you guys. But that being said, signed up for the newsletter. Back to hear more about Canon, Can 1N. Oh, Jesus Christ, what did I get myself into? I'm glad you signed up for the newsletter. They've already got rid of a lot of stock, though, and they only have limited numbers of each thing. So, but they do flash sales. They'll tell you in advance that they're going to be doing a flash sale on a certain day at a certain time. Show up, get your stuff, get it in the cart, and buy it right away. because they only have a limited amount, like I said. So if you put something in your cart, it's not guaranteed that it's going to be yours, because a lot of people put stuff in their cart and then kind of shop around, go back, and it's out of their cart because other people had bought it. So the master replicas thing, make sure that you are on top of it. When it's Friday at a certain time, I think it's Friday 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or whatever, it depends on, they'll send you an email with it if you signed up for the newsletter thing. Just make sure you're there exactly when it starts. Get your shit and check it out right away. Otherwise, you might lose it. I got a lot of Eaglemoss ships too. I should probably sell some. Would you guys be interested in buying some Eaglemoss ships? Kaon, House of Kalis. Let's slip the frogs of war. For fuck's sakes. Q, like entity named Kaon, appearing in Strange New Worlds and correcting the timeline. Confirmed! Scooby Doofus, is this Star Trek from Insta? I like your stuff, man. Fleet Paw said, I am constant as the Northern Star. I'd give real money if he'd shut up. That needs to be a new ship, the USS Kaon. Let Sam design it so you can have 15 nacelles. I wouldn't let Sam design it. I should name a ship that, though. I like it. Kaon. What's it mean? Only people here on this live will know. Paul Graham, just for the record, Captain April, Kraken Black Roast Rum goes really well in Starbucks Double Shot or Monster Coffee Energy Drink for late night study tests. Huh. Chase Williams, yes, I would be interested in some Eaglemoss ships. Are their prices comparable to what Eaglemosses were? I believe so, yeah. There's a flash sale coming up soon for Real Merch Wednesday, I think it said. Where's that damn torpedo? Yarmixon's Craziest Theories. You have a skull. Can you quote that scene in Hamlet from memory? Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. To suffer the slings of whatever, of arrows. Not really, no. She's ready, Jim. Lock and load. Fire! USS Kaon sounds like an Orville ship. Yeah, it does. Anyway, target that explosion and fire. Yeah. So, season finale of Strange New Worlds this week. It'll be a good one, hopefully. And then no Trek until September 7th. And on September 7th, we get the new season of Lower Decks. So, in the meantime, we'll be doing other lives talking about various things. We'll probably do some top 10 lives. We'll probably do some TNG live reviews. Hopefully you guys will tune in for those and join us, because we don't really get the audience to keep those going, but we really want to. So if you guys can set a reminder that if you see a TNG review from us to come and check it out, we'd really appreciate that for sure. So USS Kaon, a Constitution with a secondary hull modeled after a pirate cannon. That cannon has 3 ends. There you go. That should be 2 ends in the middle. Nobody can spell cannon. E.R. Mixon's Craziest Theories. For the sake of clarity and sanity, the rest of the stream will now be in Polish. Scooby Doofus. Battelle dead or no? I'm guessing dead. They probably think Pikes isn't tragic enough already. Yeah, I'm calling it that she's either dead or she's captured by the Gorn and she has to be rescued, and by the time they find her, she's dead. Or they do actually rescue her, but then she succumbs to her injuries and dies. I have a feeling Patel's out of the picture next episode. Robert April. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times, and now how abhorred is in my imagination. It is. There you go. Neil Hammersmith. With Trekyards, there will always be Trek and Canon. Fleetpaw Swiftback. And this is what our lives devolve into. Quoting the TOS Trek movies. It's fun. You should join us. Star Trek says, Patel lives, but is horribly disfigured, just like Pike. That'd be funny. Patrick Butler, Voyager A, Trekyards, go. Give the captain a like. Chase Williams, Patel is knocked up by the Gorn. Pike is pissed. Well, she gets knocked up by the Gorn. That'll be like injecting eggs into her back, which would explode through her back to be born. So yeah, that could be a good way for her to go, I guess. We will continue this stream in Klingon. Your compliance is mandatory. Hey, you have not experienced the Trekyards or a late night Captain Foley live stream until you've experienced it in the original Klingon. That was a goddamn mouthful. Scooby Doofus. Oh, I have a fun Gorn canon saving theory. Oh, we've had a few of them. Americana says, just saying, Will Probe will fight Doomsday Machine soon. Sean, I'll try to tune into the live. Been working 2 jobs, so I'm usually watching VODs. Don't know what that means, but good to see you, Sean. Paul Graham, I'm very sad about the Strange New Worlds finale is upon us. I want to shoot a cannon at whoever decides that we have such short seasons of my favorite canon adjacent show. Hail Kaon. Orgod 6, Real Merch and Trek Trading are the 2 other sites selling Eaglemoss, though they are probably just selling their old stock. Ear makes its craziest theory. Patel lives. It's promoted to Admiral and then goes crazy. I mean, unlike Pike, the Gorn come home every night. Ooh. Video on demand, VOD. Thank you. Neil Hammersmith. Killing Patel would be taking the easy way out. I think she survives but has some sort of trauma and will now leave hollow and put Pike into a hell he will have to work through. It's getting very hard for me to read. I'm tired and my dyslexia is kicking in, so I apologize. Like I said, I did a lot of work outside today, so I've been kind of exhausted. Red Headliner, I need a Kirk meme, but with Canon. Mark says, just got the Enterprise C model from Master Replica. Nice. Starch Wreck, Patel will jump into a big lava pit as the Gorn rip through her stomach, like Ripley, kind of like Hemmer. Yes. Americana says, really want Andrew Pervert's original concept for the ambassador from Eaglemoss. Once in a lifetime. I just didn't know it was the time. Here's hoping. Andrew Pervert's original design, eh? Huh. Probert, for the love of God, Probert, not Pervert. I knew what he meant, but it was just fucking hilarious. You might see the Gorn gone wild. Trekyard is here. Yeah, I know you meant Andrew Probert, but that was fucking hilarious. You know, your device, when it autocorrects, it learns from things you say. So, what are you saying that it's going to autocorrect pervert? A pervert class starship would be cool. Patel is stuck in the mirror universe with Lorca Prime. Ah. Everything is getting the new name tonight. Andrew Pervert's Canon. What are you doing, Pug? Lola. Come here. Come here. Come here. Want to come up? She's like, no, I don't want to come up. I want to lay down. Here's Lola. You're famous. He's on the interwebs. Lots of people are looking at you right now. This is my pug, and I love her. Oh. She's a big girl. Yes, she's very rotund. Full figured. Chunky. Fat. We call her Jabba the Pug. Do we not hear the chimes at midnight? I would love to go to Destination Birmingham, Trek or not, but Hip to Amber says you're beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, the vet gave me shit. This is funny. Took her in. This was like 6 months ago or so. Took her in, they weighed her. And the vet gave me shit because she's overweight. And he's like, I feel like you're at the principal's office when you're at the vet's because they're always giving you shit about something. And I'm like, okay, cool. We'll try to cut down her intake or whatever. I gotta get down now. You're hard to hold. So, as we were paying, we're at the front desk, and the vet's assistants are like, oh, she's so cute. Can we give her a treat? And I'm like, the vet just said she was fat. She shouldn't have a treat. And they're like, oh, she's not fat. Don't body shame her. I'm like, yes, you can give her a treat. So she got 3 treats from 3 different vet techs after the vet said she was too fat. And I got in shit for it. And I got in shit for body shaming her by saying, no, she can't have treats because the vet just said she was fat. And then it's like, no, don't body shame her. It's like, no, don't body shame her. That's just her body. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Pleasantly plump, yes. Trekyards is visiting, him and his girlfriend are visiting a family in Toronto next summer. Let me know. I'm only an hour and a half from Toronto, so we will meet up. You can come to my house. Yeah. It's like getting a sucker from the dentist. Exactly. They're creating their own work. Are those Highlander swords in the background? Scooby Doofus. Yes. I've got the Duncan MacLeod sword. I've got the Highlander sword signed by Christopher Lambert. I've also got the Kurgan sword right here with the like little spikes. Yes, and I've done videos on some of them on my Captain Foley personal channel. Scooby Doofus. I don't think you're subscribed to the Captain Foley personal channel. Fleet Pal will share the link right now so you can open it in a new tab and go hit the subscribe button, and you'll see the videos I do on my swords and things like that as well. But yes, they are Highlander swords. Some of them, they're not all Highlander swords. There's only 3 Highlander swords there. I've got like, I don't know, I've got like 20 some odd swords. So, are they sharp? Yep. Some of them are live blades. Some are not, but some of them are live blades. It's really pathetic because you don't all fit in that bed. And Fleetpaw shared the Duncan MacLeod sword video. There you go. Scooby Doofus. Click that video and then subscribe to that channel. It's my Captain Foley personal channel where I talk about my other interests besides Star Trek, even though I do still talk a lot about Star Trek over there as well. But there's a lot more to me than just Star Trek. So, and then there's the sign by Lambert. His name is, it's pronounced Lambert. I used to call him Christopher Lambert, but I got told off once because of it. It's Lambert. So, but yeah, there's the other video there. So, Scooby Doofus, open those in new tabs and watch them after this maybe. But yeah. With lovable chunky pugs, damned if you do, damned if you're doing. She's blessed to live in a country with access to good food and good people like you. She's a sweetheart, yes. Precious isn't overweight. Lola's smaller than Precious in stature, but like 6 pounds heavier than Precious. And Precious is our other pug. And then there's Dot, the Chihuahua, who's like 9 pounds. Was it the Duncan or Connor sword that you found out was sharp? I still can't remember. That was the Duncan sword. I could have swore that one was not a live blade. And then that happened. And my dad, who gave me the sword, next time I saw him, he's like, "You're a dumbass. How did you not know that was a live blade? I gave you that sword." It was the sword, one of the swords he gave me, he gifted me. And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I forgot. It's just, I don't pull them out and play with them very often." So, what movie or TV sword would you love to get for the collection? I like a He-Man sword. I've got like, got a little mini replica of the He-Man sword, but I would love one of these in full size. And also a really good Thundercat sword would be cool. There's a lot of cheap Thundercat swords out there, and I have 2 of them downstairs, but I would love each of these in full size. Would be cool. Anyway. There we go. I'm back. Okay, Cap, you're far too distracting, especially with the pugs. I gotta go. Well, that was brief. Or, sorry, unexpected. Were you able to get the Dark Magician sword? Not yet. I talked to him about it. The thing that pisses me off is I had one. I had a Dark Magician sword that was a live fucking blade, and I never got it back from my ex-fucking wife after the divorce. Which pisses me off to this fucking day. And the swords that he has are super fucking expensive and limited. And every fucking email he sends me goes in my junk mail folder, so I don't see it. Anyway, so yeah, no, I haven't got it replaced yet, but thank you for asking. You almost have to make the He-Man sword out of titanium with a steel edge. Just because of the weight issue? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've seen some versions of it that aren't quite that chunky. So, I don't know. I want an accurate one, though. There's a lot of swords I would like to get, actually. Anyway. On that note, I think I will call it quits for now and chat with you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like I said, I'm getting tired and I'm a little bit exhausted from working outside all day today. So, but it was a nice day. It was nice temperature. It was overcast, so it wasn't sunny. It wasn't scorching hot or pissing down rain. So it was a good day to work outside. But I'm feeling a bit tired and exhausted. So. Okay, I guess I'll stay. Or not. Yeah, no, I'm going to leave. So you don't have to worry about it, Paul. You won't feel guilty about leaving. Even though you all should feel guilty that you can't watch me. That doesn't work. Never mind. And on that note, thank you for watching. All hail Kaon. Kaon sounds like something out of Transformers. Actually, there is something Kaon in Transformers, but it's K-A-I-O-N, I believe. Kaon, it's a good word. It's a new word. It's a new Trekyards word. Put that in the Trekyards encyclopedia. All right. See you guys later. Have yourselves a good night, and thank you for watching, as always. Love you guys. Talk to you later. It's Captain Foley signing off. Bye, everybody. Dogs are